Hello, VTuber's favorite here, and welcome to the 7th stage of the MLC Vuelta, Espana. After yesterday's massacre, how is today's stage gonna pan out? There are multiple guys in the GC who will be liking to take some seconds back on Alejandro Valverde. Alejandro Valverde completely destroyed everybody on that mountain stage yesterday. And let's take a look at the GC as it stands right now. So we got Valverde in first place, Costa in second place, Mike in third, Rodriguez in fourth, Bardet fifth, Van Garen sixth, Malma seventh, Aru eighth, and Talansky ninth, and Richie Porte 10th. From 4th to like 12th are pretty close, and then the first to 3 is in like their own little league, and then the rest. So let's see if anyone's gonna be able to gain some time in today's stage. It's gonna be a real tough task because it's a hill in the end. It's not a mountain, it's a really short and steep hill. So I think we'll see a breakaway take this stage. We could also see a guy like Malma taking another stage victory. Who's gonna be like, I don't know what it's gonna be. I've never seen a stage like this before in the MLC, not what I can remember. So I'm very excited to see how this is gonna pan out. But first guy to attack is Tony Martin. He's being followed up by Thomas Löfqvist, Vasil Kirienka, and Jeremy Ra. Also Patrick Federer is trying to get out there, and so is Alexander Gagné. Actually, I think they're trying to set the pace. I don't think they're trying to attack away. I think they are trying to attack away. Yes, they are. There he goes. Patrick Federer goes off. He's being followed again by the same guys who are all trying to get away, but down the peloton they're not allowing this breakaway. Some guys I'm gonna mention Rodriguez and Rui Costa. Looks like they want to do something to today's stage. This is going to be a brutal climb. We have some guys like in no man's land, and the peloton don't want them to get away. Currently we see Roy Sutherland setting a really high pace to catch the breakaway. They don't like the fact that the breakaway is 5-man big. They would prefer to be 2 to 3 men. When it was only Tony Martin, Gagné, and Jeremy Ra, they let them go. They're like, we can give you guys a minute to 1 minute and 30. But now that these 3 other guys have attacked, or 2 other guys, Vasil Kirienka and Giovanni Visconti, the peloton has increased the speed. So watch out, some guys are going to be in difficulty already now, so we can eliminate some favorites for today's stage. But I'm very interested to see how this is going to pan out. But I don't believe anyone will go for these category 2 at the these category 2 points at the top. There are 5 points for the first guy to cross the line over here. Let's take a look at the oval polka dot jersey. Valverde's got that one with 10 points. He's got it 2 points down to Alexander Kolobnev. I'm pretty sure I said Christoph in another video instead of Kolobnev. I'm very sorry about that, guys. I'd like to apologize for that. But just look at how high this pace is. 162 guys left in the peloton. They don't like some of these guys in the breakaway. Actually, they caught Vasil Kirienka, and it looks like they might have slowed down. Did they? Did they slow down? Yes, they did. They slowed down. So now we have an established breakaway. It's been a rather uneventful day. They didn't fight for the category 2. They didn't fight for the 2 intermediate sprints, but apparently they're fighting for the category 3. This makes no sense, but they managed to drop Alexander Gagné, and now there's also dropped Jeremy Ra. So it's now Visconti and Tony Martin left in the front. So they've got a 3-minute gap with 35 kilometers to go. And if there's one man who can keep a 3-minute gap with 35 kilometers, it is Tony Martin, the Panzer Wagon. Look out for this guy. This guy's just gonna drive away. You're never gonna see him again if he just gets a tiny gap. And Giovanni Visconti is struggling right now. He realizes if Tony Martin gets that tiny bit of gap, he's gonna be gone and you're not seeing him again. Like, look at this. They dropped Jeremy Ra and Alexander Gagné, and now they're 30 seconds behind. And Tony Martin is setting the pace at the front. These guys are just gonna drive away. And with 4 minutes down to the peloton, I do think we'll see a winner from this 4-man group. Who's it gonna be? I don't know. I'm very interested to see who it's gonna be, but my money has to be in Tony Martin. Mark Cavendish has been on the ground. That is not good for his form right now. He's looking to peak in the later weeks when he actually gets some of the fast stages in between. Guardini was also on the ground. Oh, this is not good. On treacherous downhills like this, you gotta watch out. And it looked like Mark Cavendish was just sitting too far back, and he just got caught up while he was not paying attention. The breakaway still has 3 minutes and 25 seconds with 25 kilometers to go, and it didn't come all together. So Jeremy Ra and Alexander Gagné put a really high pace to come back to Tony Martin and Giovanni Visconti, and it worked out for them. So 23 kilometers to go, 3 minutes left down to the peloton. Who's gonna take it? With 16 kilometers to go, we have the first attack. It's Alexander Gagné. He's going off in the attack. Tony Martin won't allow this. He is the Panzer Wagon. He's going to be setting the pace right now. He wants to catch Alexander Gagné. And look at this. It looks like an impossible task for Gagné to stay away when the Panzer Wagon, Tony Martin, is setting this high of pace. There is a reason they call him the Panzer Wagon. He is a tank and he is merciless. Like he's just his own little guy. He's just going to drive his own pace and nobody else is going to care. And I totally butchers that sentence. I know, guys. But Tony Martin is still up here. They got got 3 minutes with 10 kilometers to go. When are we going to see Tony Martin attack? Ooh, Ganesh trying again, but Tony Martin is rejecting it. Tony Martin is boxing him in. We see Ganesh is trying to do something, but Tony Martin and Visconti won't allow it. But there he goes, he's off again. Are we going to see Tony Martin go to the front this time? No, that looks like, oh, he's actually attacking this time. Instead of pacing, he is attacking. He is trying to get away. Jeremy Roy is struggling to follow. He's going to get dropped again. We're now down to 3 contenders: Alexander Ganesh, Tony Martin, and Giovanni Visconti. What an exciting finish. 8 kilometers to go. Who's going to take it now? It's going to be really close. Visconti goes to the front. He's going to try to, he's counter-attacking right now. He is counter-attacking Tony Martin. And Tony Martin has been using all his energy to just pace down attacks. And it does not seem like he has the legs to follow Giovanni Visconti. This could be good for Sky. They are going to have their first win of the tour so far. Tony Martin looks like he's sat up, but they have dropped Jeremy Roy. And that's probably bad for them right now. They would have liked to have that third guy to take some turns, but it's not looking good for these breakaway riders now. It's going to be Giovanni Visconti most likely taking the stage win. He's already got 40 seconds and he's just driving away. He's going to take it, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, bearing any injuries or mechanicals or anything like that, Giovanni Visconti is going to take stage 7 of the MLC Vuelta a Espana. Congratulations to Team Sky for taking their first stage win of the MLC Vuelta a Espana. And Tony Martin, you came so close, and so did actually Ganesh and Jeremy Roy. They just didn't have it in the finish. Giovanni Visconti is going to take his final kilometer, and he can't actually look back too much, but down in the peloton, we have attacks. We have the GC riders trying to do something with 2 kilometers to go. It was Joaquim Rodriguez doing something first. Rui Costa, Betancourt, and Valverde are all counter-attacking. Oh, it's going to be very interesting to see how this finish is going to pan out. Jeremy Roy is going to get caught, but here they go. Costa's going on the outside. Can he get some time back on Valverde? He's ready for it though. Costa's going in the front. Valverde's on the right side. Betancourt's on the left side. Valverde's going to get beaten, but Rodriguez could lose some time. But more importantly, they take time on Micah, I believe. Where's Micah? I don't see Micah. Micah's all the way down here. Micah was sleeping in that one. That's not good for business if you're an post-chain reaction. Congratulations to Giovanni Visconti for taking the stage win. And there was a 21-second time gap from the Valverde group down to Bardet, Ruf and Garun and company. So how much time did Micah lose? Micah looked like he lost. He looked like he lost like a minute almost. I want to see what's going to happen now. Micah is down. He lost 50 seconds. Rafael Michael lost 50 seconds there, and now Bardet jumps up 1 spot, and Rui Costa is now 31 seconds behind Valverde. It's going to be a really good fight for that, but it's bad for the race that Michael lost time. Michael was going to be one of the few guys who could probably challenge Valverde in the mountains, but Valverde has a really big gap right now, and he's got 76 points down to Rui Costa. It looks like the sprinters will be fighting for the overall points classification. Not sprinters, the GC guys will be fighting for the sprinters classification in the MLC Vuelta a Espana. Let's take a look at the polka dot jersey. I believe that's next. I believe that's on Alejandro Valverde as well still. Unless Tony Martin took it on the finish line. Oh, they're both tired, but Tony Martin is going to get the honor of riding that jersey tomorrow because Alejandro Valverde is in the leader's jersey. So that goes to the 2nd place in the classification, and that is Tony Martin. So if he would have fought for that category 2 in the beginning of the stage, he would have taken this with ease. Now he comes out with a 2nd place and the honor of wearing it but not really having it for the polka dot jersey. The white classification is really close. Bardet, Micah, Rupino, and Kwiatkowski separate by 56 seconds. Betancourt is also up there. We got a 6-way fight for the best young classification. It's probably going to be the best young riders classification of the entire MLC so far. We've done 5 Grand Tours, and I think this could be the closest one. And post-chain reaction, even though they lost time today, they're still up there as the best team so far in the Vuelta a Espana. Thank you guys for watching. Please leave a like, please leave a comment. I want to hear what you thought about your guys so far in the GC, your sprinters, everything. How is your team performing? Do they live up to expectation, or are they just doing horrible? Thank you guys for watching, and see you guys later.